Hey guys, Mastic is back with some Borderlands 2 for you today yet again, and with a bit of luck, it'll be up on the screen now. XSplit actually just updated itself, so hopefully there are no problems. Programs are notorious for having teething issues when you update them, so we'll see how we go. We'll get straight into it. So this is going to be another episode of my Unconfirmable series where we go after the previously unconfirmed drops, and they have recently been patched. And we've done Doc Mercy, who drops the Infinity Pistol. We have done Savage Lee, who drops the Unkept Harold, and right now we are heading for McNally, and he is supposed to drop the legendary assault rifle, the Hammer Buster. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot him, and hopefully he can drop one. So I love shooting him with this. I think the barrels probably do more damage, but I just love shooting him with these blades. As he just, with the Fizz X, he just gets absolutely covered in them. Sucker. Oh yeah, there's a bit of cool information that's been released recently in a new article from, I think it was Digital Trends had the article, and it was about, that's not what we want, son. Digital Trends had the article, and it was about the newest level cap that was coming out with Borderlands 2. And the article was saying, it had some interesting information in it. I'll link it in the description for people that want to read it, and I'll try and summarize basically what was in it. But the new Ultimate Vault Hunter mode pack is going to come out, I believe it's the 3rd of September. So it's not very far away at all. Let me just mark down, that was run number 1. Not very far away at all. And they were saying that something, I think the most interesting thing I took away from the article was they were saying that the level cap we've all known is 72. And there was also talk a while ago where they were saying we would let you over level the game for more challenge for the players that wanted a tougher time. They wanted tougher enemies. They would let you over level the game. But they didn't really go into detail about how that was going to be handled until this article. So the article explains what the overboost or the over leveling is, and what it's going to be is once you reach the maximum level, which is level 72, so you've leveled up your character to the max level, and I believe what you have to do is you have to finish Digistruct Peak at level 72 and then reload your game, and upon reloading your game you will be presented with a choice of your overboost level. And what the overboost will do is you can select how many levels forward to actually boost the game up. So if you're level 72, you start the game again, you can pick anywhere from 72 to 80 to actually play the game at. So you could over level everything to level 80. So your loot that you could get, your enemies that you fight could be level 80, and that is going to be absolutely incredible to be able to get like a level 80 Northfleet, a level 80 Unkempt Harold, to fight level 80, maybe 80 plus when it comes to raid bosses. I'm not sure whether they're going to level beyond 80, but the article sort of said that 80 was the maximum cap, so I'm not entirely sure whether raid bosses will be the exception, and they'll do what they do now where they will actually outscale the player by a few levels. But very, very interesting. So in effect, once you get to 72, that's not really the end. That's not really the new level cap. The new level cap is really level 80, but the skill points that you earn for your character stop at level 72. So that's quite interesting. And in the article, they basically said that the reason that they didn't let you actually get skill points to level 80 was they were just running out. So what would happen if you had a further 8 skill points? You would just have too many skill trees filled up, and a lot of characters would just have way too easy a time fighting the higher level enemies at level 80. But I think even with the 72, characters like Krieg and the Gunzerker are going to be absolute monsters at that level. It's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, I think it's a good idea that they said, right, we'll stop it at 72. We won't let them go to 80 as far as the skill points go, but they are going to let us get level 80 gear, which is really, really cool. I don't think anyone's done the numbers. They might have done it now that I'm actually just recording this video, but I haven't seen numbers on level 80 equipment. That is, if they are going to follow the same sort of scaling path that they're on now. But I think a level 80 Norfleet or a level 80 Unkempt Harold is going to do so much damage. It's all relative to the level of enemies that you'll be fighting, but just seeing those numbers I think is going to be amazing. We're talking, with a Norfleet, I think we're talking millions just as a base damage, so very, very cool. They were talking a little bit about TK Baha's Bloody Harvest as well. I think Bloody Harvest is going to come, what they were saying was it will come before Halloween, I think. They haven't actually given us a solid date, but they're just saying before Halloween you'll be able to get that. And there's not really much more information at the moment about that. It looks like it was actually a pet project of some of the developers, and it's sort of spurred on and become like the next DLC for actually Borderlands 2. So it's going to be interesting to see what it actually plays like and just how large it is. My prediction was that it was going to be slightly smaller than the full-on, the last 4 DLC packs that we've got. I think it's going to be more like a challenge series where you get sort of 1 or 2 goals to get to the end and fight a particular enemy. And I think that's how that's going to be handled. But like I said, the article doesn't go into much detail about that. But the Digistruct Peak sounds incredible. They say it's scaled for 4 players. And speaking of 4 players, I think Morning After Kill, Baru and Gathalion, they all want to try and get together when it first comes out and actually do a run through and see how it goes. So it's a little bit difficult for me because of where I live in the world in relation to those guys. So it means my time schedule is very difficult, and I also lag an incredible amount. But I think it still should be a bit of fun, and hopefully if our times all line up, we can get in and do a run through. They said it would take about an hour with 4 players to actually complete the Digistruct Peak, and they said that the first few areas, what it sounds like is Digistruct Peak is going to be like a mountain range that you actually have to fight your way from area to area through a mountain range, and there will be sort of linear waves of enemies towards the start, and then they said as your overboost level progresses, you will get more randomized and more difficult enemies to actually fight. So it's going to be interesting to see what you can actually fight there. I think Baru was actually doing something a while ago on his live stream. He thought that it was going to be linked to enemies you'd already fought in the game. So he was going through and finishing every single side quest in the game, hoping that it'd mean he could actually fight more enemies. But it looks like it's just going to be a fairly linear thing where you're dropped into an area and then it's like fight from like peak A to peak B, or fight through trail A to trail B. And they didn't really mention whether there's going to be like end of level bosses or anything like that, but it sounds like it's going to be a challenge, to be honest, and especially with the overboost. I really don't know whether it's going to be a good thing to actually overboost to level 80 and to have the scaling the way the game works now. I really think, I mean, characters like Maya are going to have a lot of trouble, especially at solo play. So I hope, what it sounds like is when you first start your game up, when you are level 72, it'll actually ask you whether you want to overboost. And I think if it did that every time you loaded the game, for solo players it'd be a good idea, because if you were to overboost your game to say level 80 straight away, and then there was no way to reset that, and you couldn't play the game, it was just too difficult, it'd be incredibly frustrating to be stuck in that. So I think it's a cool idea that they've actually made it an option when you start the game. You say, how far do you want to boost? How tough do you want this game? It's almost like a difficulty level that's been implemented now. So instead of just being normal, easy, hard, they're like, okay, do you want to play at 72, which is your cap, or do you want to go beyond that to try and get better equipment and have more of a challenge? So I know a lot of people are going to be happy with that, and I know a lot of people are going to be really, really upset with that. So it's going to be interesting to see the comments and reactions when it's all released. All right, how many runs is that? Was that, I think I'm at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, that's 8, I think. That's if I'm counting the little marks on my notepad right. I'll count them properly after this. I'm an old man, it's too far away, I can't see. Alright, shooting with all this stuff. I probably should put the B shield on or something, I think, and it would have made this go a lot quicker. Kill him! Oh! It's funny when you run him over, he just lays on the ground like... Ugh. Oh, yes! Oh, man, what was that? So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. 9 runs, and there's a Hamburglar Buster. Dead shot, Hammer Buster. It's a 61 as well. All right, let's see if XSplit is going to play nice. All right. Legendary. Bam! Yes.
That sentence had too many syllables.
Oh,
Apologize.
nice. I got a full inventory, so we're just going to have to leave it on the ground. Anyway, so that was the third in my unconfirmable series. That was McNally, and he's actually dropped the Hammer Buster. What I should do is, someone actually suggested it. I was going to say I could just chuck that flacker away. Oh, I picked up the... I had to do the Bane mission because I didn't have... I didn't actually have the mission done so I could get McNally. Let's just chuck that on the ground. Alright, yeah, someone actually suggested when I get the weapons, I pick it up and actually shoot it so they can see what it does. So I think that's actually a fairly decent idea. So here we go. Where are you, fella? There he is. So we'll have a good inspection of him. Hammer Buster. So that's a Jacobs assault rifle. Looks pretty cool. Alright, let's shoot it and see what it does. I think it shoots like blobby sort of... Oh no. Okay. There you go, yeah. Jacobs, so semi-automatic. Shoots as fast as you can pull the trigger. Yeah! Fairly decent clip size, decent reload speed. Not bad. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the rambling about the new DLC coming out. Definitely going to do that. Definitely going to try and get in with More Than Enough to Kill Baru and Gothalion and do some videos with that. But right now, I have to blow up this car because it's in the way. Get out of it! Get! Oh, it's not very tough. There we go, we got you. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed. So the next episode will be Mad Dog up at Lynchwood. And I believe he is supposed to drop the Madhouse, which is another legendary assault rifle. A lot of people also ask about Flint, because he was one of the unconfirmed as well, as far as dropping the Thunderball Fist. I'd really love to do a farming run of him, but to do 10 runs in Flint, it'd mean I'd have to cut it, because getting up there takes such a long amount of time upon a save and reload. So what I might do if I decide to do Flint, I'll actually just cut it to when I first enter his area and show you just the kills, but that's whether I decide to do it. Anyway, guys, thanks for the support on this new series. I hope you enjoyed, and until the next video, I'll see you later.